Hey, how's it going guys, Chris here, and I'll be going over everything that Sony had on offer in their E3 2015 conference. The actual conference was about 90 minutes long, but I've just condensed all of that down into one simple video, just to let you know what you might have missed, or in case you want a quick recap of what was announced. So to kick things off, Sony opened their conference with the long awaited title The Last Guardian. After loads of speculation about whether the game had been cancelled or not, it's confirmed that the game is still on its way, and set to be released in 2016. It gave us a glimpse of the gameplay in a short demo. Killzone developers Guerrilla Games came out after The Last Guardian to reveal the brand new game Horizon Zero Dawn. Now we've seen some concept art of the game in the past, but we're treated to a gorgeous looking gameplay demo, complete with third person action and robotic dinosaur-like creatures that roam the post-apocalyptic world. There's a new Hitman game on the cards, as a new CGI trailer was shown off at the conference. Although the game won't be a Sony exclusive, PlayStation owners will get 6 unique Hitman contracts within its first year of launch. Street Fighter V was also shown. It's not a title that we didn't already know was coming, but a segment of gameplay was shown featuring some of the game's playable characters. Then Media Molecule took to the stage to reveal their new, strange project called Dreams, where players can practically draw out their own scenes and characters with the PS4's controller. It was a bit random, but nevertheless a really creative type game that still got a lot of people confused, but Media Molecule are the perfect developers to make something weird and wonderful. Some new Destiny DLC was shown in the form of the Taken King, showing off some new gameplay footage and a release day of September the 15th, 2015. The PC game Firewatch will make its console debut on the PS4. It's a first-person adventure game that takes place in the wilderness with colourful visuals and a comical dialogue. There's the Final Fantasy VII remake that was announced, that's currently in development, and it'll first be released on Sony platforms. At the same time, World of Final Fantasy was shown, which is set to come to PS4 and Vita in 2016. Shenmue 3 was also at the conference in the form of a Kickstarter campaign. The game is seeking funding where developers are aiming to reach $2 million within the first month. Next up were the indie games. Devolver announced 4 new 2D indie titles that will be coming to the PS4 sometime in the future. Ubisoft turned up at the conference with some exclusive Assassin's Creed Syndicate DLC called The Dreadful Crimes, and these missions will let the player solve crimes throughout London in the 1800s. PlayStation Vue was announced, which is Sony's answer to Microsoft's TV services. This allows users to subscribe to individual channels via the PlayStation Vue. The hugely ambitious No Man's Sky was also shown off again, and it still continues to look amazing, with its sheer scope and the fact that you can have an entire universe to explore in your little spaceship. Though there wasn't a lot shown of the game's mechanics, the live demo showcased just how large the game is and how you can discover things nobody's ever seen before. Project Morpheus wasn't a huge part of Sony's conference this year, but a new game called Riggs was announced. It's a first-person shooter by the makers of Killzone Shadowfall, Guerrilla Cambridge. Riggs is a 3v3 shooter that lets players battle it out in virtual reality. Now there was a big surprise this year that took place in Sony's conference, and Sony have now partnered with Activision, and this means that Call of Duty will no longer be given Xbox timed exclusive DLC, and instead PlayStation will get their DLC earlier from now on. More Black Ops footage was shown at the conference, and Activision also confirmed that a beta for Black Ops 3 will be coming to PS4 in August. A limited edition Star Wars Disney Infinity 3.0 bundle is coming to the PS4, and the bundle will also contain a Boba Fett figure. Speaking of Star Wars, some new gameplay footage for Star Wars Battlefront was shown on Tatooine, as a co-op mission was displayed against AI players. The survival multiplayer mode was shown as 2 players battle against waves of enemies while securing objectives. But to finish off the conference with a bombshell, we all knew it was coming. A new Uncharted 4 gameplay demo was displayed, and by God it looks mind-blowing. The gameplay showed off its destructible dense environments, a fast-paced vehicular chase, and Naughty Dog's extreme attention to detail. Definitely a game to look forward to, and that's coming out in spring 2016. So that's everything that was shown at Sony's E3 2015 conference. Loads of cool things are on the horizon, and it looks like we're going to have a lot of games to play this year and next year. I'll be playing as many of them as I can, and I'll be featuring the games on my channel when I get my hands on them, so make sure you subscribe to check them out, and if you haven't already, check out my Microsoft's E3 conference video just to see all of their announcements and highlights. Give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.